Have you ever shared a big dream or plan with a friend, only to feel like the wind was somehow taken out of your sails afterward? It's a feeling many of us know too well, and today we're diving deep into why sometimes keeping your plans to yourself can be the wisest decision you make. Welcome back to Modern Advice, where we explore life's big questions and uncover the secrets to living more fulfilling lives. If you're new here, consider subscribing to join our community of curious minds. In the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, there's a strong emphasis on focusing on what's within our control and letting go of what isn't. Part of this wisdom can be applied to our plans and ambitions. When we share our plans with others, we open ourselves up to a range of external factors, from unsolicited advice and doubt to envy and even sabotage. But why exactly should we consider keeping our plans under wraps? Let's break it down. Number 1. Immediate gratification versus long-term. Imagine you've just thought of a brilliant idea for a project. It's something you're excited about, something you believe could really make a difference. In a burst of enthusiasm, you decide to share this idea with a close friend over coffee. As you detail your plan, their eyes light up, offering praise and encouragement. You leave the coffee shop feeling uplifted, almost as if you've taken the first big step towards realizing your dream. But here's where things get tricky. That rush of sharing and the immediate validation you receive from your friend. It's like a sugar high for your motivation. At first, it feels great. You're on cloud 9, basking in the glow of your friend's support. But as the days pass, you notice something odd. The burning drive to get started on your project has dimmed. You keep telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow turns into next week, and next week slips into next month. What happened? Psychologists have studied this phenomenon and found that when we share our goals and receive praise, our minds are tricked into feeling like we've already made progress towards achieving those goals. This premature sense of accomplishment can actually reduce our urge to take real, concrete steps forward. It's like enjoying the congratulations for winning a race without ever running it. For example, let's say you plan to write a novel. You're buzzing with ideas and can't wait to get started. But then, you share your plot and characters with several friends, who all react with excitement and tell you it's going to be a hit. Suddenly, you find yourself feeling less pressed to sit down and write. After all, you've already gotten the accolades. Your brain has ticked the box marked success. This is why keeping your plans to yourself, at least in the early stages, can be so powerful. It helps you avoid that false sense of achievement and keeps your motivation focused on the real prize, the satisfaction of seeing your project through to completion. So next time you're on the brink of sharing your next big idea, consider holding back. Let your actions speak first, allowing your achievements to bring the applause, not just the anticipation of it. Number 2, the power of silent progress. Imagine you're embarking on a journey to transform your health and fitness. You've set a goal to run a marathon 6 months from now, a challenge you've never faced before. Instead of announcing your goal on social media or telling all your friends and family, you decide to keep it to yourself. This decision marks the beginning of an experiment in the power of silent progress. In the quiet of the early mornings, you start your training. Day by day, you lace up your sneakers and hit the pavement. There are no cheers from the sidelines, no daily updates for your followers, just you and the road. Initially, the solitude of your endeavor feels heavy. You wonder if sharing your goal would have provided extra motivation. But as weeks turn into months, something remarkable happens. The lack of external validation shifts your focus. Instead of running for applause or recognition, you find yourself running for the sheer joy of it, for the personal satisfaction that comes from pushing your limits. Each step becomes about self-improvement, not about proving something to others. This internal drive becomes a powerful source of motivation, stronger and more consistent than any external praise could offer. Halfway through your training, you begin to notice the changes, not just in your physical endurance, but in your mental resilience. The challenge of running longer distances becomes less daunting. You've learned to rely on your inner strength, discovering a well of determination you didn't know you had. This transformation, both physical and psychological, is your silent victory. The day of the marathon arrives, and as you cross the finish line, the achievement feels deeply personal. Yes, you share the news with your friends and family afterward, but the journey to get here was yours alone. The pride you feel is not just in finishing the marathon, but in the silent progress you made along the way. The lesson here is profound. When we detach our goals from the need for external validation, we tap into a more authentic source of motivation. Our progress becomes fueled by a desire for personal growth rather than the fleeting satisfaction of social recognition. This silent journey, often unseen by others, is where true transformation occurs. It teaches us resilience, self-reliance, and the pure joy of achieving something for ourselves, not for the applause. So next time you set a new goal, consider the power of silent progress. There's immense strength in the quiet pursuit of personal excellence, a strength that can carry you further than you ever imagined. Number 3. The impact of early feedback. Imagine you're embarking on a journey to transform your health and fitness. You've set a goal to run a marathon 6 months from now, a challenge you've never faced before. Instead of announcing your goal on social media or telling all your friends and family, you decide to keep it to yourself. This decision marks the beginning of an experiment in the power of silent progress. In the quiet of the early mornings, you start your training. Day by day, you lace up your sneakers and hit the pavement. There are no cheers from the sidelines, no daily updates for your followers, just you and the road. Initially, the solitude of your endeavor feels heavy. You wonder if sharing your goal would have provided extra motivation. But as weeks turn into months, something remarkable happens. The lack of external validation shifts your focus. Instead of running for applause or recognition, you find yourself running for the sheer joy of it, for the personal satisfaction that comes from pushing your limits. Each step becomes about self-improvement, not about proving something to others. This internal drive becomes a powerful source of motivation, stronger and more consistent than any external praise could offer. Halfway through your training, you begin to notice the changes, not just in your physical endurance, but in your mental resilience. The challenge of running longer distances becomes less daunting. You've learned to rely on your inner strength, discovering a well of determination you didn't know you had. This transformation, both physical and psychological, is your silent victory. The day of the marathon arrives, and as you cross the finish line, the achievement feels deeply personal. Yes, you share the news with your friends and family afterward, but the journey to get here was yours alone. The pride you feel is not just in finishing the marathon, but in the silent progress you made along the way. The lesson here is profound. When we detach our goals from the need for external validation, we tap into a more authentic source of motivation. Our progress becomes fueled by a desire for personal growth rather than the fleeting satisfaction of social recognition. This silent journey, often unseen by others, is where true transformation occurs. It teaches us resilience, self-reliance, and the pure joy of achieving something for ourselves, not for the applause. So next time you set a new goal, consider the power of silent progress. There's immense strength in the quiet pursuit of personal excellence, a strength that can carry you further than you ever imagined. This exploration into the power of silent progress demonstrates how keeping our goals to ourselves can foster a deeper, more meaningful form of personal growth and achievement. Number 6. Fostering discipline and resilience. In the pursuit of any goal, two qualities stand out as pillars of success: discipline and resilience. These attributes are not just beneficial, they're essential. They become especially crucial when we choose to embark on our journeys quietly, focusing on silent progress rather than public declarations. This path requires a commitment to self-imposed structure and the inner strength to bounce back from setbacks without external validation to spur us on. Let's consider discipline first. Imagine you've decided to learn a new language with the goal of becoming fluent. You opt not to broadcast this ambition on social media or make it a topic of conversation among friends. Instead, you set a personal schedule, dedicating specific hours each week to study. This approach demands a high level of discipline. There are no external deadlines or social pressures to keep you accountable, only your commitment to your goal. The power of discipline lies in its ability to transform ambition into routine, turning what we hope to achieve into what we actually do day by day. Now let's talk about resilience. Suppose in your language learning journey, you encounter difficulties. Perhaps progress is slower than expected, or you find certain aspects of the language particularly challenging. Without external encouragement, it's solely up to you to push through these hurdles. Resilience is what allows you to face these challenges head-on, to stand back up each time you stumble, and to see setbacks not as failures, but as integral steps in the learning process. An illustrative example of both discipline and resilience can be found in the story of a marathon runner training for their first race. They rise early for training runs, pushing through fatigue, bad weather, and the temptation to hit the snooze button. When injury delays their progress, they focus on recovery, adapting their training to overcome the setback. Their discipline ensures they stick to their training plan, while their resilience helps them overcome the physical and mental challenges that arise. Fostering discipline and resilience is about building a foundation that can withstand the trials of any pursuit. Discipline ensures you remain on the path, taking consistent action toward your goal, even when the initial excitement has waned. Resilience ensures you can navigate the inevitable ups and downs of any ambitious endeavor, learning from each experience and emerging stronger. Moreover, these qualities reinforce one another. Discipline breeds resilience by instilling a habit of persistence, while resilience enhances discipline by providing the grit needed to maintain focus in the face of adversity. Together, they create a cycle of growth and achievement. In essence, when we choose to keep our goals to ourselves, we're also choosing to rely on our own discipline and resilience to see us through. This path might be quieter, but it's imbued with a profound strength that comes from knowing our achievements are the result of our own dedication and hard work. So, as you set out on your next endeavor, remember that the silence of your progress is not a sign of solitude, but of the powerful partnership between your discipline and resilience, guiding you toward success. Number 4, protecting your energy. In the journey toward achieving our goals, one of the most critical yet often overlooked aspects is protecting our energy. This isn't just about physical stamina, but encompasses our mental and emotional reserves as well. Every time we share our plans, especially in the early stages, we open ourselves up to a range of reactions: enthusiasm, skepticism, doubt, or even indifference. Each of these responses has the potential to drain the energy we need to propel our dreams into reality. Imagine you're planning to start a side hustle. It's something you've been pondering over for months, slowly putting the pieces together in your mind. One evening, full of excitement, you decide to share your idea with a group of friends, hoping for encouragement. Instead, the conversation quickly turns to the challenges of balancing a side hustle with a full-time job, the risks of failure, and stories of others who've tried and given up. You come away from the meeting feeling drained, the initial spark of your idea dimmer than before. This is a prime example of how not guarding your energy can inadvertently allow others to influence and possibly diminish your enthusiasm and resolve. It's important to remember that not everyone will see your vision as you do, and that's okay. Their skepticism isn't a reflection of your potential for success. Often, it's a projection of their own fears and experiences. Protecting your energy means being selective about who you share your plans with. It's about choosing to confide in those who uplift you, offer constructive feedback, and understand your aspirations. Think of your energy as a battery. Each negative interaction drains a little more power, leaving less for the work that matters most. But how do you protect your energy? Start by setting boundaries around your dreams. It's not necessary to keep everything secret, but consider sharing only with those who genuinely support your growth. Visualize your goal as a delicate seedling. Just as you wouldn't expose a young plant to harsh conditions before it's strong enough to withstand them, Protect your plans from negative influences until they're robust enough to face skepticism without withering. Moreover, protecting your energy also means nurturing it. Engage in activities that replenish your mental, emotional, and physical reserves, whether it's meditation, exercise, reading, or spending time in nature. Find what brings you joy and peace. This not only shields you from energy drains, but also ensures you have the vitality to pursue your goals with passion and perseverance. In essence, protecting your energy is about preserving your inner strength and enthusiasm as you work towards your dreams. By being mindful of where and with whom you share your plans, you safeguard not just your idea, but also the spirit and drive necessary to bring it to fruition. Remember, your energy is a precious commodity. Invest it wisely, and watch as your dreams take shape, propelled by a wellspring of purpose and vitality. Number 5. Navigating external opinions. When you embark on a new project or pursue a long-held dream, external opinions are as inevitable as they are varied. Friends, family, and even casual acquaintances will offer their perspectives, solicited or not. Learning to navigate these waters, distinguishing between constructive criticism and mere noise, is a crucial skill in safeguarding your journey and ensuring your vision remains clear. Imagine you're embarking on a creative endeavor, perhaps writing a book or starting a blog about a topic you're deeply passionate about. As word spreads, opinions start to pour in. Are you sure there's an audience for this? Some ask, while others remark, but there's so much competition out there. Then there are those who offer unsolicited advice on what you should write about instead. Suddenly, your once clear vision becomes clouded with doubt and uncertainty. Herein lies the challenge. External opinions, even well-intentioned ones, can easily derail us if we're not careful. They can introduce doubt where there was none, make us question our capabilities, and even lead us to consider abandoning our dreams altogether. The key is not to build a wall against all external input. Feedback can be incredibly valuable, but to develop a filter that allows through only what serves you. First, consider the source. Is the opinion coming from someone with experience or success in what you're attempting to do? If not, take it with a grain of salt. Second, ask yourself whether the feedback is constructive or merely critical. Constructive feedback aims to build up, not tear down. It offers specific suggestions for improvement rather than vague judgments. For instance, if someone reads a chapter of your book and points out areas where the pacing drags, that's actionable feedback you can use to enhance your work. However, if someone dismisses your writing as uninteresting without further explanation, that's not constructive. It's important to recognize the difference and not let the latter type cloud your judgment or dampen your spirits. Moreover, navigating external opinions also involves recognizing the value of your own inner voice. There will always be a plethora of voices telling you what you should or shouldn't do, but none is more important than your own. Trust in your vision, your capabilities, and the process of learning and growing along the way. Use external opinions as tools for reflection, not as directives that steer you off your chosen path. Remember, the goal is not to become impervious to criticism, but to cultivate the resilience to listen without being swayed by every passing comment. Embrace feedback that helps you grow and learn to let go of what doesn't. Your journey is yours alone, and while others may walk parts of it with you, only you can decide the direction it takes. Navigating external opinions with grace and confidence allows you to remain true to your vision while staying open to genuine opportunities for growth. It's about striking a balance between being teachable and staying committed to your path. By mastering this skill, you ensure that your journey is enriched by external input, not hindered by it. Number 7. The joy of revealing achievements. After the discipline of silence, the resilience in the face of adversity, and the navigation through a sea of opinions, there comes a moment that stands out as a pinnacle of the journey, the revelation of your achievements. This moment, often understated, is charged with a profound joy and a sense of personal triumph that can only be fully appreciated after experiencing the journey firsthand. Imagine you've been working on a project in silence, perhaps a personal goal like mastering a musical instrument or completing a significant piece of writing. You've poured hours into practice and revision, faced moments of doubt, and pushed through challenges without the immediate support or acknowledgement from your social circle. Then, one day, you're ready to share your progress. Maybe it's a performance in front of an audience or the publication of your work. That moment of unveiling is not just about showcasing your accomplishment. It's a celebration of the journey, of the quiet mornings, the late nights, and everything in between. The joy of revealing achievements lies in the contrast between the solitude of the journey and the communal nature of the celebration. It's a powerful affirmation of your hard work, discipline, and dedication. When others witness the fruits of your labor, they see not just the outcome but the reflection of your commitment and resilience. The reactions you receive, surprise, admiration, maybe even inspiration, add layers to the achievement, making the journey all the more meaningful. Moreover, this moment of revelation serves as a milestone, a tangible reminder of what you're capable of achieving when you set your mind to it. It's a personal testament to the power of silent progress and the intrinsic motivation that propelled you forward when external validation was absent. For many, this joy is amplified by the knowledge that their achievement was pursued for its own sake, not for the accolades it might bring. The accomplishment, therefore, feels more authentic, more deeply rooted in who you are and what you value. But perhaps the most beautiful aspect of revealing your achievements is the potential to inspire others. Your journey, once hidden, becomes a beacon for those who may be embarking on their paths of silent progress. It's a demonstration that while the journey may be undertaken alone, its impact can ripple outward, touching the lives of others in ways you might not have imagined. In closing, the joy of revealing achievements encapsulates more than the moment of unveiling. It encompasses the entire journey, the challenges, the growth, the perseverance. It's a celebration not just of what you've accomplished, but of who you've become in the process. As you move forward, embrace the power of silent progress, knowing that the joy waiting at the end is worth every step taken in solitude. And that brings us to the end of our journey today, exploring the silent paths we tread in pursuit of our goals. From the initial spark of motivation, shielded from the dampening effects of immediate gratification, through the disciplined steps of silent progress, navigating the maze of external opinions, to the final, joyous revelation of our achievements, each phase carries its own weight, its own lessons. We've uncovered the strength found in keeping our plans close to our chest, the resilience built from pushing through without an audience, and the sheer joy that comes from sharing our triumphs after the fact. It's a reminder that while our journeys are often personal, the impact of what we achieve, and how we choose to share it, can inspire and motivate those around us in ways we might not even realize. If today's topic resonated with you, or if you have your own story of silent progress and the joy it brought, please share it in the comments below. Your experiences enrich our community and remind us all of the diverse paths to fulfillment and success.